Within the buzzing world of a honeybee colony, a remarkable story unfolds every day, one of teamwork, intelligence, and communication. Each bee, though tiny, plays a vital role in the survival of the whole colony, and their interactions are far more complex than they first appear. When a forager bee returns from her journey, she doesn't just bring back nectar or pollen, she brings back information. Through the mesmerizing waggle dance, she can convey the exact direction and distance to a newly discovered food source, using her body as a living compass. This is not mere instinct. It's a symbolic language, a map drawn in the air for her sisters to interpret. The dance is a sophisticated code, with the angle and duration of each movement representing real-world coordinates. The bee calculates angles relative to the sun, even accounting for its movement across the sky. She adjusts her dance as the sun shifts, ensuring her message remains accurate throughout the day, a feat that requires both memory and spatial awareness. This dance guides hundreds of foragers to a floral bounty, ensuring the colony's survival. The entire hive benefits from the knowledge of a single explorer, turning individual discovery into collective success. The discovery of this dance revolutionized our understanding of animal communication. Scientists were astonished to find such a complex, symbolic system in creatures so small, challenging our assumptions about insect intelligence. It proved that even creatures without complex vocal systems can engage in sophisticated symbolic communication. Bees use touch, vibration, and movement to share knowledge, forming a language all their own. The waggle dance hints at deeper learning and memory in insects than we ever imagined. Bees remember landmarks, navigate vast distances, and adapt their dances to changing conditions. Abilities once thought impossible for insects. As we delve deeper into the life of the bee, we find this is just one of many surprising talents. Their world is filled with problem-solving, cooperation, and even a sense of community that rivals our own. Could an insect with such remarkable communication also possess other, even more surprising, cognitive skills? The answer is yes. The honeybee's dance is just the beginning of a much larger story, one that continues to challenge and inspire scientists around the world. When we think of intelligence in the animal kingdom, we usually picture creatures with large, complex brains: primates, dolphins, elephants. These animals are famous for their problem-solving skills and social behaviors, and their impressive brains seem to match their reputations. But then there's the bee, a tiny insect whose brain is so small it could fit on the head of a pin. With fewer than 1 million neurons, the bee's brain is dwarfed by our own, which boasts a staggering 86 billion neurons. By all logic, you might expect bees to be little more than simple automatons, acting purely on instinct. Yet the reality is far more fascinating and surprising. Bees are dynamic learners, capable of solving complex problems and adapting to new situations in their environment. They can even learn from each other, picking up new skills by observing their hive mates. These tiny insects associate colors and scents with rewards, remembering these details for days at a time, an ability that's crucial for finding food and surviving in a constantly changing world. Their brains are marvels of efficient computation, perfectly optimized by millions of years of evolution to handle the challenges bees face every day. Every single neuron is honed for speed, accuracy, and multitasking, allowing bees to process information rapidly and make split-second decisions. Bees display remarkable collective intelligence when building intricate honeycombs or regulating the temperature of their hive. But even on their own, individual bees are cognitive marvels, capable of learning, remembering, and innovating. This cleverness has inspired scientists to design experiments that push the limits of what these tiny brains can achieve, revealing new depths of bee intelligence with every discovery. And it's this relentless curiosity, both from bees and the humans who study them, that led to one of the most astonishing discoveries in animal behavior, forever changing how we think about intelligence in the natural world. The idea that a bee could recognize a human face once seemed absurd. Facial recognition is complex, thought to be exclusive to large-brained animals. Yet, experiments showed bees could learn to pick out a specific human face from a set, associating it with a sugary reward. Bees would fly directly to the correct face, ignoring the rest. This revealed that the neural circuits for visual discrimination need not be complex. The bee's brain can process and store intricate visual information for reliable identification. While bees don't see faces as we do, They can distinguish complex patterns and remember them. This challenges our assumptions about animal intelligence. The bee's visual processing system is far more sophisticated than we ever imagined. How does a bee recognize a human face? It's a question that might seem strange at first, but it opens a window into the remarkable way bees, and many other creatures, make sense of the world around them. Bees, with their tiny brains, are capable of feats of recognition that rival much larger animals, and their secret lies in how they process patterns. It's not about individual features like eyes or a nose, but about the overall arrangement, the pattern that emerges when all the elements come together. Bees don't focus on the details. Instead, they see the big picture. To a bee, a face is a unique configuration of shapes and lines, a holistic pattern that gets imprinted in its memory after just a few encounters. This ability allows bees to recognize not just faces, but also flowers, landmarks, and even their hive mates. This process is called configural processing. It means perceiving the relationships between elements, not just the elements themselves. It's a sophisticated way of seeing, one that humans also use when we recognize faces or familiar places. When scientists scrambled the features of a face, mixing up the eyes, nose, and mouth, bees could no longer recognize it. This proved that bees weren't memorizing individual parts, but rather the overall pattern those parts created. The bee's brain, though tiny, is incredibly efficient. It breaks down complex images into manageable components, analyzing shapes, contrasts, and spatial relationships. Then, it pieces these components together, understanding how they fit into a larger whole. This lets bees make sense of new and unfamiliar patterns quickly. This efficient strategy allows bees to rapidly categorize and remember vital information, like which flowers offer the best nectar, or how to find their way home. Bees don't need to know what a face is in the human sense. All they need is the ability to distinguish one complex pattern from another, whether it's a flower, a face, or a patch of sunlight. This insight reveals a creature constantly interpreting its environment as a tapestry of meaningful patterns, always searching for what matters most. Pattern recognition is the foundation of many of the bees' remarkable behaviors, from finding food to communicating with the hive, showing us just how powerful and elegant nature's solutions can be. A bee's ability to learn a human face is just one example of its core skill, pattern recognition. This same cognitive mechanism lets bees distinguish dozens of flower species. Bees analyze shapes, lines, and textures, associating specific floral patterns with nectar rewards. Efficient pattern recognition means more food for the colony and less wasted energy. Bees memorize the gestalt of flowers, the overall shape and pattern. The face recognition experiment simply tapped into this pre-existing ability. In a meadow, bees see a landscape of distinct signals, each evaluated and memorized. This level of discrimination requires sophisticated visual memory and categorization. The discovery of face recognition in bees illustrates the flexibility of their intelligence. The bee's world is a tapestry of patterns, and decoding them is key to survival. Pattern recognition also underpins the bee's extraordinary navigation. Foraging bees travel kilometers from the hive, constructing mental maps of landmarks and their spatial relationships. Orientation flights help bees memorize the visual pattern of their home and surroundings. On each trip, bees update their mental maps, connecting new and old landmarks. This configural processing allows bees to navigate complex landscapes with precision. Their brains constantly compare real-time visual input to stored mental maps, adjusting for wind and finding efficient routes. Bees actively navigate, making decisions based on patterns, like sailors using stars. This single learning mechanism supports food finding, navigation, and more. Evolution has equipped bees with an elegant, versatile mental toolkit. The honeybee's brain, capable of symbolic communication and complex navigation, is no larger than a sesame seed. Weighing about 1 milligram, it contains just under 1 million neurons. The bee's brain is a masterpiece of miniaturization. Organization and efficiency matter more than size. Every neuron is precious. Circuits are dense and interconnected for speed and efficiency. This is not brute force processing, but specialized, elegant computation honed by evolution. The bee's brain challenges our ideas about what's required for intelligence. It shows that complex tasks can be accomplished with a tiny, exquisitely designed toolkit. Exploring the bee's mind is a journey of self-discovery for us. The bee's cognitive feats shatter our human-centric view of intelligence. Intelligence is not a single scale, but a spectrum of unique adaptations. Bees are not less intelligent than humans, just differently intelligent. This realization inspires humility and awe for life's complexity. Bees are tiny navigators and pattern experts, constantly learning and making decisions. Each discovery about bees opens new questions about memory, decision-making, and awareness. The bee's story is one of wonder, reminding us that the greatest mysteries are often found in the smallest creatures.